What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. We're focusing on the contract situation of Vladimir Tarasenko. The Blues forward is in the third year of his entry-level deal. Will be a restricted free agent at the end of the year, and we'll be looking to cash in 32 goals through 65 games. Pretty good chance at 40 goals this season. Really doing some big-time things, and emerged as a key part of the Blues attack this season. Improving upon, the numbers in his first 2 years. Already surpassed. He has as many points this year as he did in his first few years in the league combined. And, anyone that's watched him play and has seen his amazing offensive abilities and his wrist shot, which is amazing, knows something like this was going to be coming. If I had to bet right now, they get a deal done before he gets restricted free agency. He's that important to the Blues, and he's such a young player, 23 years old. He's only going to get better, and I think he's going to be a consistent, 30 to 40 goal scorer for a long time. And I just think you look at the success the Blues have had this season in the last few years. They've really been one of the better teams in the NHL, and I think to take that next step, go from being a nice team to being a legitimate contender every year, you need to keep your guys in the fold, and obviously Tarasenko being, I'd say, their most skilled offensive player. I mean, it's not a stretch to say that. 99% sure he's a leading scorer. That would be a good start to lock him up long term. I'm assuming he wants length of good length on a deal. I'd say right now, 6 years, $42 million. I think would get it done. $7 million a year, I think, is a fair deal. If he wants 8, then you're kind of like, well, but I mean, I think 7 years is $7 million a year is reasonable, and might even be a bargain if he, goes from being a 40 goal scorer to being a 50 goal guy. That's what you got. It's gonna be a tough situation. They'll get a deal done. They got the cap room. They got $57 million in cap payroll for next year. They got to re-sign him, and he's Jaden Schwartz is restricted after next year. Yeah, he's their only Zabanik Mahalik. Obviously, he's banged up. I don't know what his status is. Barrett Jackman. I'm assuming he'll take a little bit less to stay. And Jake Allen needs a new deal. He'll get a bump up, but I mean, the fact they got Brian Elliott signed for $2.5 million a year is an absolute bargain. So, they got some moves to be made, and I think they'll be in good shape. With everything going on with the Blues, I think they'll be in. They have a chance to be, a perennial threat for a long time. Now, can they break through and win the franchise's first Stanley Cup? That's going to be something to keep an eye on. But that comes down to the players on the ice producing. I think the management staff has done a great job at drafting, developing, even signing guys, doing stuff like that to put the team together. The onus is now on the players to reward their faith and get it done when it matters most. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's all I got sort of the power play with CJ on Vladimir Tarasenko's future in St. Louis / contract situation. Stay tuned for more episodes for the season and beyond. Later, guys.